goodies. You might be asking yourself, why was Detective Horsehead here? Well, we've been put on a case together. I'm his partner, Detective Goodie Grammar. And I was sent by the Department of Grammar Correction in order to solve the case. What case? Well, a couple of words' meanings have gone missing. Who stole them? Can we ever find out the meaning? We're going to go ahead and solve this mystery by using some context clues. So stick with me, grab your magnifying glass, and let's solve the mysteries of the missing meanings. However, before we get started solving this mystery, I want to go ahead and do a basket breaker.
Uh-oh.
For this week's basket breaker, the question is, what is your favorite mystery of all time? What kind of crime or mystery makes you go, oh, will it ever be solved? Here's my answer. My favorite mystery of all time is the Bermuda Triangle. Whoa! What happens in the triangle? Mysteries of the universe? Amelia Earhart? Lost ships? Oh, will it ever be solved? What happens there? Oh! Woo! Now that we got it going, I'm feeling quite thirsty. Parched, in fact. So I think I should drink up some radioactive waste.
3, 2, 1.
First, I want to go ahead and jumpstart your brain about this topic. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to provide a sentence. In this sentence, there is a bolded word. This word is incredibly complicated, and you probably do not know the definition to the given word. Using the sentence as context, try and determine what the meaning of the bolded word is. Think you could do that? Find out the meaning of the bolded word using the sentence? I know you can. Let me go ahead and read it for you. Sentence. Amy was incredibly gaga when the clown unexpectedly jumped out of the trash can. It reminded her of her 23rd surprise birthday party. What is the meaning of the word gaga? Whatever you got, pause and save it until the end of this episode. Why? We'll go ahead and review the definition of gaga together. Let's see if somehow you change your answer based off of the skills that you'll learn today about context clues. But what are context clues? I'm so happy you asked, voice in the back of my head. Well, as defined, context clues are hints or indications that give the readers clues about the meaning of an unknown word. We usually use the same sentence that the unknown word appears in, and the sentences surrounding it in order to determine the meaning of the unknown word. In terms of using context clues, there are 3 techniques that a reader can use in order to determine the meaning of an unfamiliar word. The 3 techniques are 1. Definition, 2. Example, and 3. Compare and contrast. Let's go ahead and look at how all 3 of these techniques are used. The first technique is definition. In this case, the definition of an unknown word can actually be found in the sentence itself or the sentences that surround the unknown word. For example, Brandon has a supercilious attitude. He thinks he's better than everyone else. Take a look at this sentence. The word supercilious is bolded. But what does it mean? If I do not know the meaning of the word supercilious, how can I use the information around it in order to determine the meaning? By using the definition strategy, I can look for, guess what? The definition of supercilious in the actual sentence. Let's go ahead and take a look at the sentence again. The first part of the sentence says, Brandon has a supercilious attitude. Then it's followed up by the clarification, the definition of supercilious. He thinks he is better than everyone else. You'll see the underlined portion here. He thinks he is better than everyone else because that gives us insight into the word supercilious. It's showing he thinks he's better than everyone else, and that actually defines his attitude. So with this, you'll see when you use the definition technique, you can actually find the meaning of the word in the actual sentence. Whoa! Example, Mr. Goodie Grammar is full of verve and excitement. He puts his energy into each grammar lesson. Okay, in these two sentences, we could see that the word verve is our unknown word. Using the definition technique, attempt to determine the meaning of the word verve. Look and see if verve is somehow defined in the information that surrounds it. You could see in this sentence that verve is paired with excitement. Also, you'll see that the word energy is used in it as well. What we can get from this, verve means spirit or enthusiasm. In a way, this could be synonymous with excitement and energy. So we really looked at the definition that appeared in the sentence. Usually, you'll actually have the definition directly follow the unknown word, but not all the time. Also, an incredible thing, a reader can actually identify the definition of an unknown word by looking at the punctuation marks that appear in the sentence. For example, usually when a reader comes across parenthetical commas or parentheses, the definition of the unknown word will most likely appear in the parenthetical commas or the parentheses following the unknown word. Let's go ahead and take a look at, an example. Example, the herpetologist, a scientist who studies reptiles and amphibians, accidentally stepped on a snake. Whoa! I'm just a herpetologist, yeah, and there are snakes everywhere and I just stepped on a snake, but if I don't move, maybe it won't attack me. Let me study you. Look at the punctuation marks, specifically the parenthetical commas. What information appears inside those parenthetical commas? So in this case, it goes the herpetologist, comma, a scientist who studies reptiles and amphibians, end of comma, accidentally stepped on a snake. A scientist who studies reptiles and amphibians defines what a herpetologist is. So usually, right after the unknown word, you will see either parentheses or parenthetical commas that can go ahead and clarify and define the unknown word. The second technique is example. For this technique, readers can actually find the meaning of an unknown word through the example or situation in which the unknown word appears. It's using the contextual information, the scenario, the scene in which the word appears in order to determine the meaning. Let's go ahead and take a look. Example. The young child was indignant when his parents only grounded him and not his brother for sneaking out of the house. It did not seem fair to him. Aww, but Mom, Dad, why am I in trouble and he's not in trouble? But I don't want to go to my room. What is the meaning of the bolded word indignant? Take a second and look at the example in which indignant appears. What did you get? Well, in this scene, we have an individual being grounded by his parents for sneaking out, when in fact his brother, little one, also snuck out as well. However, the brother, the older one, was the only one to actually get in trouble. To him, this seems incredibly unfair. So you can see in this example that the brother is indignant because he believes he's being treated unfairly because his little brother got away with it. Whoa! Example. As the Kool-Aid Man and Captain Crunch debated and disagreed, I realized that they are clearly different. In fact, the antithesis of one another. What does the word antithesis mean? Look at the example and attempt to determine the meaning of the word antithesis. What did you get, grammar goodies? And how did this example help you come to that definition? Well, we know that our two characters in this scene, the Kool-Aid Man and Captain Crunch, disagree, right? They are fundamentally different. So, debated, disagreed, fundamentally different. All those words in the example actually give us insight into the meaning of the word antithesis, which antithesis means the opposite of something. So they are the opposite of one another. So we can tell from the fact that they were debating in the scene and they were disagreeing that they're opposite. They're different from one another. So use the situation in which the word appears in order to determine the meaning. Use the context. Now, the third technique, compare and contrast. For this technique, readers can actually use the words that compare and contrast the unknown word. In a way, synonyms and or antonyms appear in the same sentence as the unknown word. And those synonyms and antonyms can give insight into the definition of the unknown word. For example, Tanya is an altruistic, unselfish, and giving person that volunteers for various charities. What do you think the meaning of the word altruistic is? Look for synonyms and antonyms that may appear in the sentence. Whoa! What'd you get, grammar goodies? What words popped out to you to give you insight into the meaning of the word altruistic? If we look at our example, we can see that there's a list of different adjectives that describe Tanya. We know that she's being described as altruistic, and also unselfish, and she's a giving person. All three of those are incredibly positive, and they are synonymous with one another, saying and, not but. So, we can use the words unselfish and giving to define altruistic. And as defined, altruistic means selfless concern for the well-being of others. In fact, the major synonym is unselfish. Example, we were all saddened to hear about the passing of Austin's goldfish. However, we were elated to find out that he received a new one. Good job. What do you believe the meaning of the word elated is? Go ahead and look for either synonyms or antonyms that give you insight into the meaning of the word elated. Sentence starts on a very negative note, saying that people were very saddened to hear about the death of the goldfish. But there is a key word that shows that transition in thought, and it's the word however. However, or the word but, indicate that there will be a contrasting effect, that we are shifting ideas to the opposite. So it says at first they were devastated, saddened by the death. However, they were elated to find out that he received a new one. So what is the opposite of sad or being unhappy? Oh yeah, guess what? Elated means ecstatically happy. Yeah. All right. Overall, a reader can use all of these techniques at once, if present in a sentence, to identify the meaning of an unfamiliar word. In fact, these techniques provide the reader with more information to become a vocabulary master and understand the context of a passage. Whoa, grammar goodies, guess what? I think I have found out the various ways to solve the unknown meanings of words. But I'm still a little confused, so I think it's time we ask for some employee assistance. Oh, so much grammar. My head's gonna explode. I don't know what to do. I need help. We need some employee assistance. For this section, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and read various sentences. In each sentence, you will find a bolded word. Using the various context clue strategies, determine the meaning of the unknown word. Think you could do that? Read each sentence and determine the meaning of the unknown word in each sentence? I know you can. And let's do it! Example. Veronica is full of humility. However, her friend Jonathan is arrogant, cocky, and narcissistic. What is the meaning of the word humility? Answer. The word humility means modest or low view of one's own importance. In fact, if someone has humility, they're humble. How do we figure that out though? Well, this example actually has a lot of antonyms in it. We have Veronica was full of humility. And then we have our key word, however, which shows that we are going to shift thought, contrast thought. So we have, however, her friend Jonathan is arrogant, cocky, and narcissistic. We know that these 3 words are going to be the exact opposite of humility. And that's how we come to the definition of being humble, or again, having a low view of one's importance. You're bashful. So we use compare and contrast in order to figure out the meaning of the word humility. Example, after Brad was dismissive and rude to Sophia, she had the notion that he did not respect her.
Ha ha! You can't do what I can do. Ha ha ha.
Dude, that's mean. Do you even respect me?
Yeah, I just don't respect myself.
Ah, puppets. What are you to do? What is the meaning of the word notion in this sentence? Answer. The definition of the word notion is a conception or belief about something, an idea. So it's saying that after he was rude to her, she had the idea or belief that he did not respect her. In this case, we use the technique of example in order to determine the meaning of the word notion. The example shows that he did this, so she got this idea. We needed that context that Brad was dismissive and rude to her in order to figure out what the meaning of the word notion is. So, we use context clues to solve the mystery. Whoa! Example. The Kool-Aid Man is a purveyor of knowledge about the positive effects of sugar. He is very informative and loves to tell anyone listening. In this example, what is the meaning of the word purveyor? Take a second. Answer. Purveyor is defined as a person or group that spreads or promotes an idea, just getting it out there into the world. But what helped us come to that conclusion? Well, the words knowledge, informative, and tell anyone listening gives us really good insight into the word purveyor. In fact, this can be a mixture of example and definition. So once again, we solved it! Yeah! Example. The neighborhood rapscallions threw toilet paper all over a home, smashed mailboxes with a bat, and set a bag of dog poop on fire. Oh! Woohoo! I'm gonna TP that house! Ha ha ha! Oh! Wah! I'm gonna set this dog poop on fire! Ha ha ha! Oh! Did I forget a lighter? No, let's set it on fire. Too much fire! Ah, the smell! What is the meaning of the word rapscallion? Take a second. Answer. As defined, rapscallion means a mischievous person. Ooh. But what helped us come to that conclusion? Well, this is all about examples. Our rapscallions are going around and causing chaos, calamity, destruction by TPing houses, smashing mailboxes, and setting bags of dog poop on fire? Don't try that at home, kids. Actually, don't try any of those things at home. But you know what you should try? Using context clues. Specifically, the strategy of example. Because here, by giving all those examples of these things that they're doing, we can come to the conclusion that they're rapscallions. They're hooligans. They're up to no good. Little pranks. So, we have solved the mystery. Example. Blake is a sycophant, a flatterer for personal gain, who will sabotage anyone to get ahead in his career.
Oh, boss, your apron looks so good today. Yeah, and Marcy's not doing well at work, but I am. Can I get a raise?
What is the meaning of the word sycophant? Answer. The funny thing is, the definition is directly in the sentence. It says Blake is a sycophant. And if we remember from before, if we have parenthetical commas right after an unknown word, the information in the middle of the parenthetical commas will most likely be a definition or clarification. Here, the information that appears in the parenthetical commas is a flatterer for personal gain. Right there, since it follows sycophant, it is defining or clarifying the meaning of the word. Therefore, the word sycophant means a flatterer for personal gain. Whoa! Pretty easy, right? In fact, it's so easy that we solved the mystery. Woo! You think you have it down, grammar goodies? I'm pretty confident. So, I think it's time we put all that knowledge to the test by doing an aisle check. In this section, I'm about to call back your memory from the beginning of this episode. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to read you a sentence. This sentence will look very familiar. What I would like you to do is determine the meaning of the bolded word in the sentence. Use any of the 3 strategies or all 3 of the strategies to determine the meaning. And let's do it! Example. Amy was incredibly gaga when the clown unexpectedly jumped out of the trash can. It reminded her of her 23rd surprise birthday party. Whoa! What is the meaning of the word gaga? Answer. Hopefully you got it, grammar goodies. Gaga means surprise, shocked, and caught off guard. There are definitions, and also this gives an example to build context around the unknown word gaga. The funny thing is, gaga is actually a made-up word. It's not real. So, you can see, even by using the 3 different techniques, we can determine the meaning of even made-up words, slang, and also regular in the dictionary words. Again, gaga means surprised, shocked, and caught off guard. Good job, grammar goodies. Now, with that in mind, I think it's time we checked out for the day. Well, with those mysteries solved, I'm off to go investigate the case of the missing puppy. Unless Detective Horsehead solved it already. Anyway, my name is Mr. Goodie Grammar. And comma in anytime. I'll see ya. Solve mysteries. Whoa! Whoa! What are you still doing here? Don't you know that the episode is over? What? Okay, I get it. I mean, I know you love grammar. So why don't you hit like on this video? In fact, share it and do a little comment. But mainly, subscribe. Why haven't you subscribed yet? In fact, if you don't subscribe, you could be pulled into an interdimensional vortex. So, make sure to subscribe. Remember, general grammar is tons of fun. What are you waiting for? Whoa! Click on another video.